glad we're starting tonight at Pray It Off in Syracuse, New York with a little bit of a laugh, because what I'm about to say next isn't very funny. And I want to talk about facilitating this group, because I know what a struggle it is. I'm not the facilitator who came in here 90 pounds soaking wet with a sweet voice going, you people are going to have to eat less. I'm the facilitator that started this group at 3:38, and I've been struggling right along with you. And yet, I do want to say, I'm a little discouraged. I'm a little discouraged. Last week, we lost 32 pounds. Last week was nothing. It wasn't Christmas, it wasn't Thanksgiving, it wasn't even Halloween. It was nothing. We gained 63 pounds last week for a total of 31 gained. And I'm thinking to myself, you know, Ellen, one of your big problems is you take everything personally. You take everything personally. You think, am I not doing good enough topics? Am I being too nice at the scale? Am I doing this? And then Syracuse lost so miserably to whoever they played. What was the score? 56-0. And then I hear people talking. And I hope you'll forgive me, Coach, but I hear people talking and they say, it's that coach. That coach is a hustle. We got that coach. We got to get rid of him. We're losing because we got a bad coach. So I'm thinking, oh, wait a minute. I'm the coach at Pray It Out. Maybe we got to get rid of me. Oh, I don't know, guys. 63 pounds. So then I thought, Ellen, you need to channel your, the Titans. What was the movie, Bob? My favorite. Not Clash. Remember the Titans.
Remember the Titans.
You got to remember Brian's song. You got to remember Do It for the Gipper. I hereby tonight am changing my name to the Gipper. I do not want to be discouraged. So you're no longer losing this weight for you. Because I'm going to have to fire the coach if we don't start winning. And I don't see anybody in the wings here. I don't see anybody stepping up to go, oh, Ellen, you get out of the way, girlfriend, because I'll coach those people. Hello, come on in. Here they come, your new coach. You see, there's nobody. So, I'm asking you to do it for the giver. And at the same time, I'm asking you that maybe we need to talk to an expert. A lot of people quote The Biggest Loser. The Biggest Loser, The Biggest Loser, I'm the Biggest Loser. And it's a good show. But we say we're not the biggest losers. We're leading our normal life. But I wanted to talk, and even Bob tonight said, well, I'm the biggest loser. One of the doctors says, if you bite it, you log it. Some of your logs, I am telling you, are like, really? This is what you had? The log is a science. Anyone who has lost the weight and kept it off religiously have wonderful logs. We're going to talk to Dr. Michael Dansinger. He's the person who is the doctor to The Biggest Loser. He says that if you're overweight right now, you might feel like the odds of ever achieving a healthy weight are pretty remote. And if you want to commit, he says to put your reasons on paper. Well, guess what, everybody? At the beginning of session 12, I had you put them all on paper. I had to sign a contract. Here, I'm just going to randomly flip through here. Okay, here's somebody. Plan dietary changes I need to make. Contract with myself. Plan meals. Write everything down. Cut out sugar, more fruits, veggies, lean meats and fish. Eat consciously. No grazing. No sitting at the kitchen table when tired and just eating. No eating before bed. Physical exercise. Gym 4 times a week. Walk whenever possible. Swim a ton when it's warmer. The reasons I want to lose weight. Diabetes, sleep apnea, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, feel better, get off meds. Oh my gosh, that's incredible. I started looking at everybody else's contract with themselves. They are the kick-buddiest contracts I've ever seen in my life. I wanted to marry the contract. The only trouble is, when I flip back, I'm like, what? This contract said no pizza, and I'm seeing pizza 3 times that week. There are people who are breaking the contracts with themselves. Not with me, not with God, with themselves. I gave everyone a copy. It was a lot of work. Because I've got this little crappy copier in my office at home, and I'm going crank, crank. It's not one of those big ones. I'm just going to feed all those in there. I had to do one at a time because I wanted you to have a copy of it. Because I want you to revisit it. So you put your reasons on paper already. And you think half the battle's won, I put them on paper. But you got to commit to doing it. You don't say, okay, I put them all down, now I'm going to do whatever I want. But you can never give up trying. And then the doctor says you need to commit to the rules. I'm a big rule person. I think rules are important. When I was at the mission, a lot of people were chatting when the deacons were talking. I don't like that. I think it's rude. He's talking. Why are they talking? And I do my usual. A couple of times I went, like, because it's annoying, plus it's loud in people's ears. But we have rules for losing weight. If you're having a Whopper with cheese and fries, if you're having pizza, if you're having wings, if you're having 8 cookies, if you're having ice cream, is that a pray it off weight loss log? Are you adhering to the, and you might be saying, oh, well, Alan, my life is so hard, it's so tough. Everyone's allowed a zig. There's several people who've had like a 3 or 4 pound weight gain in a week and went, holy crap, I better get back in that saddle. And I know they will. I'm like, okay, I know her. She'll be back in the saddle next week. And guess what? They never let me down. Because they know, oh, I zigged back here. But then there's other people, if I had to go around the room, I could tell you. I could tell you who's committed and who's not. But I don't have to do that because you already know in your heart. You already know. Then he talks about, do I need to see a doctor? I'm not advocating running a marathon if you have no training. I'm not advocating dropping your calories down to 500 calories. But I do think seeing a doctor is helpful. Helpful to have some blood tests. Helpful to know what's going on. Also, you gotta move. I wear a Fitbit. I wish I could exercise even more. I'm working on planning that. But you can get those 1, 2, 3 pound weights. You're watching Jeopardy. I have said that a million times. And guess what? I said it to 4 people tonight. I go, you did nothing last week. I know you've got weights. You will come back next week and on your log you will have that you lifted those weights. And they're like, okay. And that's what the Gipper does. The Gipper, I know you already like me. So I might have to be a little tough. Coaches can be tough. How do I keep up my motivation for the long term? As you lose weight, it does slow down. You lose 40, 50 pounds, and then you're losing 2 pounds, 2 pounds, 2 pounds. And you're like, what? I gained a pound? What? I'm not losing? Your body doesn't need as many calories. You have to keep your motivation. Let me just say, Tony, you've lost 50 pounds, you've taken them off. Have you lost your motivation? No. Jean, you've lost 50 pounds, you've kept it off. Have you lost your motivation? Joanne, who's breaking my heart by going to Florida next week because I love her so much. Are you losing your motivation? No. And I could do that with a lot of people. We're not losing our motivation because we know that if we do, we're in big trouble, just like Jim said. Just like Jim said. And then it just talks about what diet do you use? And you know my philosophy on that. Diets don't work. You can read books, you can try the Mediterranean, you can try all this, eat less, move more, period. And then maybe a few of you need to lose weight a little fast. Get a little pumped up, lose some weight, as long as you can sustain it. So I gave you some tips from this doctor, how to lose weight fast, as long as you do it the right way. Now, if I was on the Biggest Loser show, they're losing 10, 15 pounds a week. They're exercising like 6 hours a day, eating 1,200 calories. I don't know about you, but I don't think I can exercise 6 hours a day. I have to go to work. Maybe I could on the weekends. I don't know if I'm capable of that, but am I capable of moving an hour every day? Yes. Am I capable of maybe cutting my calories down to 1,400, 1,300, 1,200, and maybe try to lose 2 or 3 pounds a week? So many times people want to go to a wedding, they want to go somewhere, and they lose weight by starving themselves. I'm not going to eat it all. You hurt your metabolism. Then as soon as you're done doing that, have you ever been sick or had a colonoscopy and dropped a couple pounds? The second you start even eating normally, you're like, what, 5 pounds? Because your body's like, I was hungry, I got to hang on to this stuff. You can drop your calories 500 a day, and either by exercise or walking or moving, and lose 1 pound a week. I've been in this group 6 years. For 2.5 years, I lost 138 pounds. I stopped losing weight 3.5 years ago, and now I'm struggling to maintain. Have I given up? Have I lost my motivation? Have I tried this? Have I tried that? I'm happy that I don't weigh 300. But is there things that I can do and change and try? Yes, and that's what we do every week. I'm not such a big proponent in dropping 5, 6, 7 pounds in a week. Now, if you just join and you weigh 200 and you lose 5, 6 pounds the first week, that's normal. You're changing your habits. But for those of us to lose 1, 2, 3, perfect. And it says, listen to what you should eat for rapid weight loss. Fruits, veggies, egg whites, soy products, skinless poultry breast, fish, shellfish, non-fat dairy foods, and 95% lean meat. It doesn't say eat cabbage soup and eat nothing but yogurt. It says eat these things. People are having like a 3-egg omelet and 2 pieces of wheat toast for breakfast and fruit. And I say to them, if you're having a 3-egg omelet, you really don't need the 2 pieces of wheat toast. And they're like, what? Well, it's wheat. It's wheat toast. It's not white, it's wheat. And I'm saying, yes, it might be wheat and it's good fiber, but you want to lose weight and you're staying the same. So try to stay the same, and maybe once or twice a week you can have the wheat toast. You have to make some changes. Tony, have you changed?
Very much.
Harold, have you changed?
I'll tell you the truth, I haven't really, I've been sticking on the same thing,
No, I mean, have you changed from when before you joined Pray It Off?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Angel,
Yeah.
you've changed.
Yeah.
Jean, everybody. Judy, everybody. You have to change. Eat plenty of low-calorie vegetables to feel full. What's wrong with cut up broccoli and carrot sticks? After a while, you're like, where's my broccoli and carrot sticks? I'm hungry. I want something. But if you always reach for the chips, you're like, where's my chips? You have to train yourself to reach for those things. Here's one that no one can do. Clear the house of tempting food. Halloween is next Thursday. Halloween. We're having a meeting. Now tonight, we started out this session with 102 people in the group. 102. I could have had 122, but had long conversations with people who were not ready to make that commitment. Started with 102. Since July, we are down to 90 because people can't do it, busy, can't commit. Of those 90, 67 are here tonight. So that is 23 who couldn't make it tonight. Of those 23 who couldn't make it tonight, I knew about 3 of them before today. On the way here, my cell phone is like I'm Beyonce. Texts and calls. Are there legitimate reasons? You better believe there are. But you signed a contract. You made an agreement. We have to commit to coming to the meetings. We have to commit to making time for exercise. Time. And I love this. 15,000 steps a day. I almost cried because it took me years to get up to 10,000. Now he's saying 15,000. But I need to do that. All right, I'm going to stop right there, Bob.